So, hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Saskia and I am a second year psychology student at the University of Southampton. And today I thought I would do a week in the life because it turns out the last one I uploaded was like 2 months ago. Not that what I do now is any different to what I did 2 months ago, but I like filming them because they're easy and I'm lazy. So my Mondays are pretty much the exact same every week. This week I started off with tutoring at 11 o'clock. We are basically going through the content for AQA A-Level Psychology Relationships, and then I went to Aldi again. I did a psychology study at 12 o'clock. It was like a screening, so I didn't go to Aldi until like 12:30ish.
You would finally know that you don't have to be somebody new. So you finally running far away from your history, but there's clouds over your head every time, and they keep following you with no clue of what to do. I can make them vanish if you let me shine. You like to put somebody else's happiness before your own. I see the weight of Atlas on your shoulder, weighs a ton. I'm trying to be the ball and light and energy for you to grow. You see, you're just a flower who has never...
I hate my neighbours. You can probably hear their music. I've got a double lesson. Will my students be able to hear me? Probably not, because the people that live around me like to play music at dumb times. Sometimes they'll do like an 11 PM. Sometimes they'll do a 10 AM, a 9 AM, a 4 PM, a 2 PM. They just play music really loud in their house and then open the door. If you're going to sit outside, play it outside. If you're not going to be outside, close your fucking door. I really hate them. I really do. But it's fine. Hopefully my student won't be able to hear it and I'll just mute my mic when I'm not talking because, yeah, they are ruining my life, essentially. Love it, really fun. It'd be nice if they shut up, really. It's not that hard. Like, play music in the evening. Like, I don't care if my 7 PM lessons gets disrupted because, like, it's evening time. But
You would finally know that you don't have to be somebody new. Place the flowers under your hair. You don't have to care about anything you used to care about. When you wanna smile, I'll be there. This is only fair, now go ahead and let your hair down. Place the flowers under your hair. You don't have to care about anything you used to care about. When you wanna smile, I'll be there.
right, so it's now Tuesday. Yesterday I finished up, I did more tutoring and then I washed my hair. It was not very fun. If you used to watch my week in the life like a while ago, I used to have quadruple tutoring on a Tuesday, which meant it was instantly my least favourite day of the week because I had 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6:15, 7:30, and it would always just coincide with washing my hair, which meant I have to wash my hair at like 8:45, and then I'd have to have dinner at 9. It was a little bit much. But now Tuesdays are just one of my favourite days purely because the tutoring doesn't feel like tutoring. I have 6:15 and 7:30. And 6:15 is the IB, and we literally just do practice questions. 7:30 is also just practice questions because both the students kind of know what they're doing, and also the IB, there's literally 2 weeks until exams. Like, there's not much time to not know things at this point, essentially. It feels weird though because I didn't do my IB exams, so I'm just like, I can't relate to any stress that they're feeling because when we left school in March, I was stressed because I was like, I've not done any revision for exams. But I knew that because A-levels were cancelled, it was pretty much guaranteed that the IB exams would be cancelled. But like, now students are actually stressed. And like, I looked through some of the questions that the IB can ask you, and I'm like, I have no recollection of learning this because apparently my teacher just didn't teach us a lot of stuff. Because someone was like, oh, do you know about like this kind of inheritance? I was like, should I? Because I have no idea. But yeah, we've been to the gym. We did some arm stuff because I'm so strong. And then I have my plan is so bad. But I have a psychology study at 2 o'clock, which in my head lasts like an hour, but I just checked my email and it's 2.5 to 3 hours. But it's £40, so that's quite fun. And then yesterday the psychology study I did was just a screening, but I've passed the screening, so I need to book in for the study. Then by that point it will literally be 5 o'clock, so I will probably either make dinner then do tutoring, or have a snack to tide me over to tutoring and then have dinner at 8:30, 8:45. But I also kind of need to figure out the essay that I was talking about in my last 2 day in the lives that I didn't understand. I think I've written it wrong. I think I've written it as an essay and apparently it's a lit review, but we've never been taught how to make a lit review. So I've emailed the lecturer to be like, is this a lit review or is it an essay? Because I'm not entirely sure. And I don't know how to write it as a lit review. So it's now 1 o'clock. I have an hour until the study. Jay just dropped off the kids for custody time. And we have for one of my modules, which is our research methods empirical module, which objectively just does suck. We have another unit to do. We have 4 units for this, and we've done 3 of them. This unit basically just sucks though, because our feedback is due on like the 28th, but we just got a random email yesterday morning, just at 10 AM being like, here's your grade, which isn't really what you want, just to just kind of randomly wake up to getting a grade, and like you just randomly like at 2 PM one day just get sent an email with your grade breakdown, which is just a bit confusing. And also some of it is objectively marked wrong, as in for my first unit I had to send them like feedback on their feedback because they've literally just not done it correctly, which you'd think being a lecturer you'd kind of, I don't know how to lecture, know how to mark work. So yeah, so we have our last unit, and this is a group work unit, which I have had many problems with the lecturer arranging this. And it's basically ended up that I'm in a group of 3 with my flatmate, and then with one other person. The other person hasn't responded yet, so it might end up just being a group of 2. But basically we have to, the bit that's annoying, like I'd be fine to do the work together, but I don't want to write up a report with other people, because other people don't write the same as me. What if the person that we've been put with doesn't know how to write a report, and then I might feel mean for changing everything, because like we've been told to like, you know, check other people's work and make sure that they're doing okay, but like if they write the participant section dreadfully, I will just rewrite the participant section so that it's good, but then they've not actually done any work and they've not actually contributed. Like, I don't know. I hate it, but I did better in Unit C than I did in Unit A, so I'm going to go through my Unit C and basically just copy the bits that were good into my Unit D, because we still have to write the same kind of like, it's basically just a report, but it's now on qualitative analysis, on thematic analysis, content analysis, I don't really know. It's a bit dumb, and it's only worth like 18% because it's group work, but it just shouldn't be worth anything. This module just sucks. Spoiler for when I eventually do the ranking year 2 modules, this is going in bottom tier because it's it's just the worst thing I've ever done.
What shall we do tonight? Let's just find out. Pretty blue jeans and me, running through evergreen, running through evergreen. Pretty blue jeans and me, yeah, she's what I need. From another lover.
So I'm finished with the psychology study. It took forever. It is 5 o'clock and I started at 2. My eyes hurt. There was a lot of like visual search tasks and just white flashing backgrounds, and it was just, It was a lot, it lasted a long time, but it's over and I get reimbursement. I get £40 reimbursement and then up to £10 reimbursement for how well I did on the tasks. So we do love that. But I now have an hour until tutoring and I honestly might just lay in bed because I don't think I can stare at a screen. I say that, but I'm also probably going to watch YouTube for the next hour because why not? It's now Wednesday, which is objectively just the best day of the week for me, because I have my 3 favourite tutorings because it's just easy. I have netball at 3 p.m. and I've been to the gym. Wednesdays just feel quite nice, although next Wednesday I have just had an email from the university saying that my meeting, because basically I'm submitting a complaint against my department because they're not very good at a lot of things, so I'm submitting a complaint, and basically my meeting for my complaint is next week, and I just know it's not going to go well because the person who's like the investigator for my complaint is from the School of Psychology, which, you know, makes sense because my complaint, well, it doesn't actually make that much sense because the complaint is kind of against the School of Psychology. It's against one lecturer specifically, but the person investigating it is someone that has taught me before, and also is a person that I don't necessarily like because they gave me a really low grade for something I did last semester with very little justification. So I'm not thinking it's going to be impartial or unbiased or anything like that. I mean, I'm surprised they even accepted my complaint because I don't think they would like to accept criticism on any lecturers, let alone a senior lecturer. Nothing's going to come from my complaint. The aim of my complaint was to get my disability accommodations recommendations for the group project, which we've now started. Which is great, because the thing is, I could have been given those accommodations without the complaint, but they just chose not to. So, basically, if you hadn't already gathered from my numerous videos that I say I hate my degree, I not only hate my degree, but some of the lecturers in it too. And by some, I mean literally just one, because all of the others are more than happy to give me the disability accommodations that I'm allowed and entitled to, apart from this one lecturer who said it was unfair. Because apparently I'm at an advantage being disabled. If anyone was wondering what that's like, oh, it's great. Disability, loving it. So advantaged in university, so very advantaged. Here's my thing. I haven't spoken much about my complaint, but by the time this goes up, it should kind of be resolved. My memory card ran out of battery, not out of battery, out of storage. But I don't remember where I was going or how far I got, but basically, let's put this into terms that people might understand, or that makes it seem worse. If you were in a wheelchair, right, and your accommodations, what you're entitled to, says, you know, lectures in a building with a ramp, please, you know, all of your lecturers have accepted that because you kind of have to. What if one lecturer says, we'll have a ramp, but our lecturer is going to be on the 5th floor? So they give you part of your accommodation, but don't really care because they are saying that it's unfair for the world to revolve around you, essentially. I'm saying there'd be a bit more of an uproar if it was a physical disability, or even if it was like dyslexia. It's like if every lecturer gave you the 25% extra time you're entitled to, but one lecturer said, now you can have 10. That, to me, seems a little bit, ableist. You know, might just be me, but yeah, I'm expecting to get nothing out of this complaint. And once it's over, I will story time it. I'll just sit down and discuss my complaint. But basically, my university could have avoided this complaint by just not being bad. By just listening to disabled students. It's not really that hard. But yeah, away from that side note, I now have until 3 p.m. till netball. So I'm gonna have a mocker. Probably do more of the group work project because the 3rd member of our group still hasn't joined. And I'm kind of hoping they don't join because then it can be just me and my flatmate, which means that there's no disgust of working in a group. But then I'm sure if the 3rd person doesn't join, the lecturer, because it's about this group work, will be like, oh, you're now at an extra advantage. Not really. Not really. It's fine. I'm gonna have a mocha. And then, yeah. So we're now back from netball. It's about 4:30. It was okay. We've got 2 tournaments this weekend, like fun tournaments. So that might be nice, unless it's like grossly sunny. We did one last year that was really nice, but it was just really sunny and overwhelmingly warm. And also we've got an odd amount of people. We've got 13 people, which isn't quite 2 teams, but is also too many for one team, which just means that it will be like you just don't get to play. So that'll be fun. I've got tutoring at 4:45, which we're doing like finishing off social learning theory and then just doing approaches questions. Then I have IB biology general questions, and then A-level psychology looking at like essay structuring.
From another lover, pretty blue jeans and me running through evergreen.
It's now Thursday. I have been to the gym. I woke up and had a lovely text. This is my dentist appointment's been cancelled tomorrow, which means I have to rebook that, but I already had to book it like a month in advance, but they literally cancelled it yesterday, this morning. So that's really fun. So I now don't have the dentist tomorrow and I need to rebook that. I went to the gym and then I went to Superdrug and I did buy the world's best dry shampoo ever. I don't know if it's actually good at like dry shampooing, but it just smells really good. I don't know what it is, but it smells really good, and also student discount, so it ended up being cheaper than buying the Superdrug own brand one, which I don't really know if it works, but I had the Soap and Glory one that went like a Christmas gift set, and that's literally just awful, it doesn't do anything. So I now have this, which will hopefully work, and I now just have nothing to do. I have tutoring at 4:30, 5:45 and 7. We get a grade back at 4 o'clock, and I think I'm just going to do, I'm going to say potentially uni work, but also not uni work. I'm just going to get a mocha and check my emails and watch YouTube because I don't have anything else to do. I do have some messages to reply to from my students for tutoring, but yeah, I do just literally do the exact same thing every day of every week. Like, I wake up, I go to the gym, I come back, I have a mocha, then I do YouTube-y stuff, yeah, and then I tutor, and then I have dinner and then I go to bed. Same thing every day. I'm very unpredictable. I am now gonna do some of my uni work. Very unlike me, I don't really do much uni work, but kind of just want to get it done because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I literally haven't done anything since whenever I last filmed, but we have our grade coming out today at 4, and they decided to give us our general feedback at 3, which was dumb, but the general feedback is bad. So our grade is for developmental psychology. We had to write critical evaluation, we pretty much just kind of weren't told how to do this. It was about like science in the media, but we weren't really told if we were evaluating science in the media or the science or the media. So none of us really know what we're doing, but we've just looked and they've put up like the grade average. It was a 58. Our cohort, you know, we're not the smartest cohorts, but our averages still end up being like 64, 65. And the standard deviation is only 7. So things aren't looking so good, because there's 6 people got a first, 98 got a 2-1, 95 got a 2-2, 30 got third, or 20 got third, and then 2 people failed, or 3 people failed. And also people got referred to academic integrity. Loads of our last exams have been referred to academic integrity for cheating, so it's not looking good. I will get my grade in 25 minutes, but at this point it's not looking like it's going to be good, because I simply didn't understand the question and the lecturers simply didn't care that we didn't understand the question and just didn't help us out with it. So yeah, it's looking bad. Rapidly getting ready, but got a grade back. I'm not happy. I mean, I was above average, but like I was also like one of my sections I got an 80 on, or an 80 plus, so they couldn't give me any higher. But yeah, they also told me I was too generic. Like I went for the obvious points, but like surely you should. But yeah, I've got 3 tutorings now.
Got me thinking that this can all be true. Speculating, a long time waiting to hear a word back from you. Conversation.
So it is now Friday. My dentist appointment was cancelled, which was what I was doing today. So I went to the gym this morning, and then I went to the charity shops because tomorrow we have a netball tournament where we have to wear green, but like, who owns green? Especially green that you could wear sporting. So I went to the charity shop and literally found a £1 like army green t-shirt that is currently in the wash because it smelled quite bad. So yeah, so I put on my wash, I went to the gym, I'm going for coffee, I think 1:30, 1 o'clock, I don't actually remember which one it is. And yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have anything else to do today. I might do some of Unit D, but don't really fancy it.